Welcome back to Dad Meat. We're just telling naughty weather lady stories. Welcome, Shawn Gardini, John Kensil.
You guys know him. We're not going to do any formal introductions. We're back after a week. Dude, thanks for being cool about us taking a week off.
That was...
You guys earned it.
We appreciate you guys so much. We're going to make it up to you this month.
We're out on the road.
Special.
Sorry, we were busy selling out Zany Chicago one night, Sunday. Pretty cool.
Absolute beast.
Yeah, we spent most of the day last Sunday just throwing ice into ice in Lake Michigan.
Yeah.
Did you drive out or fly out?
We flew out.
I drove my 88-year-old parents to a wedding out there from Philly. It says it's 12 hours. I'm like, I can do that. Drink 2 5-hour energy drinks. Then the time changes. You know, when you get like in the apples, there's another hour. So it was like
they add an extra energy drink on the way out. Yeah.
So I figured, all right, we'll be at the hotel, and we're supposed to stay at the Holiday Inn by Zany's, right by the lake in the Wrigley Field.
Great place.
And I checked in,
Rosemont.
And I asked the guy, "Is this a famous place?" And the guy goes, "The only fame here is like room 202 is where Courtney Love got knocked up by Kurt to have their baby. The girl, what's her name?
Whoa.
Yoko Ono?
Yeah.
Kurt Cobain's daughter, Yoko Ono.
That's the fame of the hotel.
Wait, she got fucked?
Yeah.
Whoa.
She got fucked.
They consummated in the room, and
she didn't even get fucked.
they marked it.
Blessed
and I didn't tell my parents that. And
you didn't tell your parents that? Why not?
They were scared.
There's a cum ghost walking around.
Come as you are.
Come as you are.
You know, he walked down there by the lake. It's real neat there, but
yeah.
It was at the time when dwarf tossing, you couldn't do it because it was bad for dwarves. So they had it. They renamed like Munchkin. You know, we just another word for toss, but they just changed the word dwarf.
Munchkin launching.
Yeah, Munchkin launching.
Munchkin chunkin.
It's giving the little creeps a job.
The little creeps.
Wait. Yeah, we're glossing over Munchkin chunkin.
I got it's on my phone. I took a picture. I go, wait, why is it called dwarf tossing? It was called Munchkin. You know, would you say?
Chunkin?
Chunkin. Munchkin chucking.
Wait, was there a sign for Munchkin chunkin?
I swear it's on my phone somewhere. I gotta find it, but it's 2015.
They're advertising it in 2015.
What does that cost? Do you wait? Do you have? Can you just go somewhere and pay a
little
fee?
arm and a leg?
No.
A disproportionately sized arm and a leg.
Dude,
that's,
I mean, the efficiency of the joke writing from John Kensil. They called it Munchkin, another word for toss.
Chunking. Chunking. I never. But I guess it was like the Chicago lunkheads thought it was funny. Like, yeah, let's go for a walk. I can't do the accent.
Yeah, what is it? Chicago.
Up there.
Hey, we're going to throw around some of these little guys. Grab a couple of these little fellas. We're going to throw them around in the lake.
You know, I think it's a neat city when you fall in them, but they have the worst winters and the worst summers. It just bakes because you're flat right in the middle of America.
Huh. I love extremes. Yes. So we were freezing. Dude, we were throwing ice with no gloves. I was trying to lose fingers. That's how much fun I was having. Damn. High as fuck out of the dispensary, too.
Oh, true.
Got really. I think me and Danny accidentally ate 200 milligrams of edibles each. And we were fried. I almost had to cancel. I almost didn't do the show because I was so fucked up.
Damn.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
You being too fucked up to do comedy.
You can imagine.
Can I say his name? Steve Miller?
The man.
Right?
Yeah.
Hilarious guy. I accidentally bought a bag of edible cookies off him by accident. And I had them in my bag, and
you thought they were regular cookies?
My dad ate 3 of them, and I'm like, shit.
You started hearing Kurt Cobain's ghost. Yeah.
I was thinking I would hear like Cypress Hill in the shed or something.
True.
And here he was. He just fell asleep.
Yeah. John, the cum ghost is back. John, help me! The cum ghost is back.
God damn.
It sounds like a teen spirit.
Oh man. So the highlight of the Zany show, was anything better than the fact that someone smuggled an unvaccinated prostitute into the show?
Oh man, dude, still reeling from that.
Cargo.
Yo, all you fucking pussies bitching about like, oh yeah, I'd love to come to the show, but they got vaccine mandates, you fucking sellouts. Okay, bro. We had an unvaccinated hooker at Zany Chicago, all right?
That was brought from hours away.
Yeah, she was human trafficked from another state.
You had an imported whore.
Yeah.
Pier 69 Imports drop shipped this lady to our fucking show.
Damn, what a beast
Why
you
would
got.
they do that? When that's gross, and that's why God invented Pornhub. You know,
What's that? Hookers?
John, you gotta try it, man.
Like,
Well, I think she was off the clock. I was chatting with the fellow later. She was off the clock. She wasn't there in a professional sense.
John, you don't like hookers?
not the ones. Not the one you know. I'll tell you what. In
I
South
never
Philly,
had one, but
I went
I
to a rub down house with my friend Al,
Yeah.
Civil War reenactor, and so we go down there, and the Mama-san came out with a little can of beer.
Mama-san.
And she goes, "You wait here, and your friend go up steps." So my friend
She
Al
gifted you a pony.
Yes, the little one. So I'm sitting there watching ESPN 2, where there was like a Jerry Tartanian 30 for 30. I'm watching it, and then he's upstairs with the woman. Then all fat Italian guys from tracksuits come walking
Nice.
down the steps, rap stars,
Nice.
the Washington Generals. Right.
All ghosts.
The Washington Generals.
The girl comes out, and she's like, there's like an echo between her legs, going, "You next, come on up." I'm like, "No."
You got cold
after,
feet.
After 85 guys.
You got
Should
cold
have put
meat.
your ear.
Yeah.
Dude, John, I'm glad you brought this up because it isn't like it is in the movies. There's not like a sexy lineup. You go there, it's very production line-ish. And you're just sitting in a large fucking den with about 20 other dudes dressed in Eagles jerseys.
He's right. And we went to one before. It was awful. There was you went home. There was a mattress on the floor. Like, ugh.
Whoa.
That's like
Were
every
you getting
girl
jerked off
sleeps
by a
with
single
support.
guy?
Yeah.
No, man, that's what it was like.
That's the floor display, pussy.
That's a part of my comedy CD. But it was
You get open box pricing on those.
Mike Clemens, the extra bus driver comedian.
Yeah.
He has a son. It's a little bit different. He sent me texts all day long.
Retarded.
Yeah, I can't say.
You can say whatever you want, dude.
But he keeps sending me texts going, "Hey, can I borrow $3,000? I want to go to the Mustang Ranch this summer." And he goes, "I want to see this girl here." And the girl looks like she works in a vape shop during the day, like big doughy, like Mary McCheese with a wig on. And I'm like, "No, man." I said it to him. I said, she's with the freaking Utah Jazz, the Sopranos,
Utah Jizz.
exactly, right? You see like weed whackers like hanging up on the when they go in, they're done banging them, come back, and he goes, "Oh no, they're clean, they're tested every day." I go, "Well, who says she gets tested in the morning? She doesn't catch something
On the way to work.
blue waffles by 4
At McDonald's.
Like, ugh.
Man.
Sean, how are you enjoying the hot dogs?
Good, but I got coffee to wash it down, which is gonna be good.
Dog, I could be honest. I was worried about Sean because he came in here, said his belly was a little
bowels
upset.
Are in shambles.
And my wife made about 100 hot dogs. And I was
Thank
very
you.
close to feeling disrespected that you came to me on the day of my daughter's wedding. I was about to wish you a feminine first son. But I appreciate you eating the hot dogs, man. Thank you.
He's powering through.
I have to, man.
He's giving himself intestinal distress to please you right now.
Thank you, Sean.
Yeah, I've been shitting out stuff that looks like mold or
Chewing
something.
tobacco.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was blessing my shit chat this week, our group chat. I hit you guys with, that was 3 unbroken coils.
Yeah, that was
The poop chat, yeah.
that's a new metal band as well. It was something, man. I got to deliver this week because Matt and Tim each fucking hit the chat with something that was a double take turd.
Yeah, it's just the 3 of us in there so far. We're trying to keep the circle small.
You talking about the coils or
Yeah.
friends?
That's my coils and my friend's philosophy. That's the same thing. Tight, small circles. You know what I'm saying? It looked like someone fucking bonked Sonic the Hedgehog in my toilet.
Yeah, I've been making evil brews in my Bay's toilet all day.
You got to get over that, man.
What do you mean?
The evil brew. We're
my
talking
belly.
logs, friend.
I know, but is it,
Whoa. Sean, you been getting pussy?
I mean, you know I'm not one to kiss and tell, Mike, but I have been getting some PUSSY.
Yeah.
Now the pussy report. Now the pussy report. Pussy report with Shawn Gardini.
We got a high pressure system coming in from the south.
Yeah, the pussy's been good to me. I've
Good,
been
man.
getting blessed with pussy lately. And what more can a brother like me ask for, you know?
Now, Sean, walk us through a
I'm trying to get a
typical.
white bitch, though, for real.
What do you have right now?
I got a thick red bone, which you know is my forte, but I'm trying to get a snow bunny. I'm going to Killington, Vermont soon to ski, and I'm going to get a snow bunny.
You're gonna get your. Now, Sean, how does this interaction with the red bone normally materialize? Like, are you pork and reverse cowgirl, doggy style, missionary.
I'd love to be like a big DMV black lady and just toss you around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I would love for that
A
to
big
happen.
fucking city employee type
You
bitch.
can't use that term anymore. You got to chunk them around.
I would chunk you around the fucking room.
Yeah. Yeah, I like getting chunked around. I've been getting blessed with pussy. And I
God
want to
bless
be
you.
respectful
Good, man.
about it now.
Amen. God
I'm trying to
bless
be
you.
more respectful
God,
to the
God
pussy.
bless your pussy, guys.
And that's why it's coming back to you. I also want to
True.
extend this invitation out to anybody else who wants to bring an unvaccinated hooker to our shows. If you can show proof that this woman is an unvaccinated hooker, we're going to give you a free T-shirt.
Yeah.
I went to Punta Cana like 8 years ago with Chris S., the German kid. We know his comedian.
Oh, hilarious.
Very hilarious. We went to a nightclub out there, and this hot girl's dancing with him, and he thought he's going to score, and he goes back to the hotel room with her, and she goes, all right, it's $1,500. And he goes, for what? And here was a high-end hooker, and she didn't realize. I mean, you couldn't tell.
Man.
Right?
Hookers really put a bad taste in your mouth, don't they?
I won't do it unless a girl, like, she sits in front of an open fire plug in the summertime. Like, wash that thing out like she's trying to go to school in 1954 and down the south. That's got to be
I
clean.
got a power washer in the van puts.
I'm going to Home Depot and rent one for 4 hours. Like I'm taking graffiti off a school.
Yeah,
building.
dude, that's too much for me. I need my hookers to look like they're reanimated dead hookers. Because if you get into the weird gray area where it's like, wow, this chick's so hot, it's like, no, you need to look like fucking E.T. when you came out of Drew Barrymore's closet.
Yeah.
if we're gonna be together.
Fuck that weird gray area. I'm trying to get into the weird pink area.
Yeah, me too. I want to go to the brown. I think I'm going to venture into the brown soon.
Nice.
You would be perfect, Sean. I'm gonna tell you something though. If you go into that area, you're not coming back. They will not let you back,
Really?
dude. It's like going to purgatory.
Once you go brown, you never go back.
Does he mean the area or the color of the skin? I mean,
That's what I would like to
the
know
human,
as well.
The human or the position?
Yeah.
Are you talking about
Sean.
the back entrance?
Yeah, I'm talking about fucking a girl in her asshole.
Oh.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I thought you meant, yeah, my bad.
Oh, you thought I was talking about race. I don't see color, so
Oh, okay. My bad.
yeah. But I do love a thick red bone shorty where I lay. That's for sure. But
No, Sean, they love you. I guarantee it. Once they get a hold of you, they're not letting you go.
true.
I accidentally popped out and went in that area one time.
By accident.
And she,
Oh,
and
in the
she was
pool.
like, you know, like a what's that? Roger Rabbit.
Please put it back in my pussy.
And she goes, I don't like. I'm like, I watch adult romance honeymoon videos, right? They all loving those things. And she's like, it makes me feel like I have to poop. I'm like, I'm done. I don't want to hear certain words. They got that whole thing's an 8-hour process to get that area ready.
Yeah, all the poop out.
And things to stretch.
Damn, what a pensive sex haver you are, John.
Particular.
I'm just done with the whole thing.
Yeah. To hell with it.
Yeah, just give me my German female bodybuilders porn, and I'm set for a
Hell
week.
yeah.
What do you think about squirting? Is that also troubling to you?
No, it's fake.
It's
what
piss,
it is.
right?
And, they're acting like it's some magical area. Like, oh my god, it's just a freaking hot pocket that they're just.
That's why I call my wife's pussy the crisping sleeve.
Like you got, like imagine a director tell her, all right, 5 seconds. She's probably counting down. All right, and then it's just urine. It's not
Yeah.
some magical love juice that
Yeah.
will cure ills.
to me, squirting is. I see squirting the way I saw pro wrestling when I was a kid, where I was like, I'm pretty sure it's fake, but there's no way I can ever prove it.
It's still real to me, damn it.
There's some creepy guy with like no hair but a goatee, and he goes, "I'll show you how to do it, guys, in 2 seconds." And he uses hand motions, but he pushes his hand down on her bladder, and she's going to squirt anyway. You know, like
What was this on Mythbusters?
He put his thumb over her pussy and shook her up.
At Muff Busters.
champagne cork. And I was like, but he was forcing it out of her, like, oh.
Yeah. One time I was with a lady when I was in college, and she, well, if squirt is pissed, then she pissed all over my bed. And I didn't wash it till I went home.
Now, did you like it when it happened though?
Yeah.
I did feel, I was like, you feel like Thanos in the Infinity Stone. Right?
You beat the pussy up.
I beat the pussy up, and also the pillows here because I'm rock hard right now thinking about it.
Um,
Sorry, John.
I was in a hotel with Sudsy, We had 2 girls. He was in the other bed. I was in this bed. In the middle of the night, the girl screamed. She goes, "Ew, you pissed the bed." And he goes, "No, I didn't. It was my contact solution." And she pulled the sheet back, and she goes, "What did you have, like a keg of Visine?" It was a tidal wave in the middle of the pool. He pissed all over her.
No, it's squirt.
Yeah, my man. It was...
Damn. I can't wait to tell someone I squirted my pants.
It's Visine or whatever.
That's not diarrhea. That's butt squirt. No, get back in the car.
Butt squirt.
I butt squirted my cargo shorts.
Oh, did I ever tell you guys how I shit the bed in the Dominican Republic?
No, please do.
Oh, man. Have you ever shit the bed in the Dominican Republic, John?
No, but when I was there, that's where the Punta Cana was at.
Yeah.
I was drunk and high, and I bought a Hawaiian shirt, and I was sitting there, and as the night went on, my sleeves fell off like Larry the Cable Guy's island vacation. And I looked like such a tool, and I didn't care. What happened?
You're just molting.
Oh, so I was 15, and my friend's dad produces rap records, so they got like a shit ton of money. So they took me and 3 of my boys to the Dominican Republic, and they had like a huge villa. And it like was on a cliff, and it like overlooked the ocean, and we could drink, and we were 15, and we got free cigars. So I just was drinking a lot, and
paradise.
Yeah, I was in paradise. We had like a golf cart, and we wore bathrobes everywhere.
Wow.
And we just drove around in the golf cart smoking cigars in bathrobes. And then one night, I would share a bed with my friend Bryce, a full-size bed, and either he or I crapped in the bed in the middle of the night.
You couldn't trace it to the source?
No, I just confessed to him like 2 days ago that this happened, and he's like, "You never told me that." And
So you did him a solid. It could have.
Wait, how are you? How
no,
are
it was
you?
actually a liquid.
How are you not sure which of you crapped the bed?
Because I was so fucked up, but he was. I think it was me because I kind of recall like a mess in my trousers, but.
That is typically the first clue to who shit the bed.
But I don't know,
That's
we
shit
could've been
forensics
rubbing.
101, dude.
Tim, they at that island they sell like local like whiskeys that they make. It's all sugar and syrup, and you take one shot, you're
And the
male
food's
tampon.
so
It
bad.
wasn't even your fault.
you gotta use
It's like dog food. These Dominicans eat dog food.
there's a
These dirty Dominicans eat dog food like animals in their shithole country.
there's a famous comedian that you met recently at Wells Fargo,
Who'd you meet?
and you put your picture online.
Oh, my buddy Bob Levy.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
yeah,
yeah,
he's
he's the man.
Jersey guy.
He's the
He
man.
told me he was I think he was down Florida or the island, but he goes, "Yeah, I don't know what happened. I woke up and I shit the bed in the hotel room," and he goes, "I had to go tell the maid that I shit the bed." I'm like, you don't do that. You wrap it up, or you throw it in the bathtub for 3 hours and let the shower hit it, and so you broke your Visine keg. Because you want your hotel bill, bottle of
I
water.
dropped my 2 liter of body chocolate.
Yeah. But then your hotel bill, you check out. Oh, looks like you shit the bed. You had $400 for a quilt.
No, you got to take it off and jam it under someone else's door.
So yeah, exactly. That's what I said to do. So he tells his wife, and like that. There's some things you don't want to tell your there's a wall there. Like, don't tell her I shit the bed.
Yeah, don't dry her up.
And he goes, yeah.
Don't dry your wife up, dude.
And she goes, ew, gross. He goes, what, like you never did it?
Damn.
Dude, you guys ever crap your
Oh, dude.
slacks?
I crapped my marital bed one time.
Oh, man.
with the missus next to
Yeah,
you?
we both had the flu really bad.
Yeah,
And, dude, it was, you know what? This is like once every 6 weeks we have a shit episode. This might be a shit episode. But dude, we both had the flu so bad, and we woke up, dude, it was almost entirely clear liquid. It was like, remember Crystal Pepsi? I crystal diarrhea.
You crystal poop, Steve.
I crystal poops in bed. Dude, it was so, there was so much of it that I thought we were sweaty. I thought that our fevers had broken us into a deep sweat in the night, and I was like, well, your sense of smell is diminished, but you're like, something's wrong
Rotten,
here.
yeah.
Yeah. And dude, it looked like someone emptied a fucking fishbowl in my bed. With the rocks and shit.
That's why you have to adopt an old dog and just to blame it
Right on
on.
the dag.
Like when I'm sick in bed, and that fucker jumps
You
in the
could
bed.
not fit this much liquid diarrhea into any known dog breed.
That's what the barrels around St. Bernard's necks are for. It's full of diarrhea.
Yeah.
Diarrhea keg.
Did you ever try and make it home? And you have like your body clock. You go at 7:30 in the morning. I got like 10 more minutes. And you will, but I got 2 minutes before I can make it home to the toilet. And sometimes you just when you're on the top step, you're like, I can't find the right key. Fuck it.
I was a decade. Yeah.
You just go,
You just
in,
go
your
in,
trousers.
throw them in the dump, then put in the washer, get changed, and go back to work.
Back when I was a working man, I was a real decadent lunch guy. I really enjoyed my lunches, and there were some days where it was just playing with fire, and I had like a really long drive home. It was like 45 minutes to an hour on a good day, and I remember being like 10 minutes from my house, and it felt like it was just like I could count in the seconds, just like tick, 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 and just knowing I'm probably not going to fucking make it.
Yeah.
Dude, do you remember the time where I was coming to your house and my wife had to call you to tell you to clear the path to the bathroom and make sure it was empty when I got there?
Yeah, I had to roll out the brown carpet for Mike.
Off the brown carpet. As you get older, you ever hear guys who have a bachelor bag in their car? They can, because you pick up, they'll have a toothbrush and deodorant and stuff like that.
Okay.
My truck's got a Ziploc pair of pants. Baby wipes. If you can't get baby wipes, you get paper towels and soak in water, make your homemade baby wipes. Yeah. All right, they're the greatest thing in the world. 2 baby wipes. God, thank God.
Aren't you a plumber?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, I've got stuff.
They drive business for you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right. I'll tell you what, though. It's like when you go out with your friends from the old school, like they're like, "Yo, man, 2 shots of Rumpelmints and shit," right? You know you're gonna pay for it the next morning, But I told you that story. I went to work with my brother, and we stopped at the house to give an estimate. And the whole house was gutted, no bathrooms, nothing. And my brother's walking around, the guy saying, "I want a heater there, this and that," and it hit me. I had to go because the day before I do things at home. I mix like experiments like Life cereal and Captain Crunch, like my own concoction.
High level. Did you trust the science at home?
Yeah,
Sure.
Well, the next morning, Life cereal, Gott in Himmel. It's experiment for, oh my God. So I'm like, I gotta go. So I run out to the van and I dump a bucket out. It was like a little pink bucket, and I used that, and I did my baby wipe with the white paper towel. And
did you make a sandcastle with it after? Flip it upside down.
Check us. We're right by St. Martin's on the boulevard there. And I climb out the back door of the truck, and I slide the bucket under the bumper of the van. I go in the house and continue for the next 20 minutes, like giving estimates and shit like that. We leave. I get in the truck, and we're going to leave. Well, it's 3 o'clock, and the school lets out down the street. This heavy-set black crossing guard comes up, and she knocks on my brother's window. She goes, Mister, you left a bucket behind the truck.
Mister, you left your shit bucket
and my
out
brother
here.
didn't know what was going on. And he goes, he thought, I mean, he must have left a bucket of tools here. And he goes, picks up and comes back and he goes, you motherfucker. You motherfucker. But,
He should have said, it's just my lunch.
I can't
Hanging around your neck like a horse.
I can't say his name, but I have a friend that's a milkman. And I'm not going to say where because he said when he became a milkman, an elder statesman milkman goes, let me show you the tricks of the trade. Like
He just starts fucking his wife.
That's his training day.
Yeah, that's all they do.
I
I'm
start with
pretty
your
sure,
wife,
right?
right? So, tricks of the trade is like, you can put like 5 milk crates on a hand truck instead of 6.
Yeah.
And he goes, friend, have you ever heard of a thing called a shit kit? And my friend, I can't say his name because he goes, no. And he goes, you have to go in the middle of the night. That's when you deliver milk to schools at nighttime, like 10 till 10. He gets a milk crate and puts a Wawa bag in it.
Okay.
Uses it, ties it, and throws it away. Well, he was doing it one night. And I go, what happened? And he goes, oh, man. He goes, I put my glove under the door in the back of the truck because it leaves the light on inside so I can see what I'm doing when I do my business. He goes, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm in Freehold, New Jersey, where Bruce Springsteen runs around.
That's where I'm from.
Is he? Yeah. And he goes,
Big shit town.
Bon Jovi.
Baby, we were born to have the run.
He
No
goes,
pressure, John. You better nail this shit story now.
in the middle of it, the door goes up, and it's the brain dead school janitor, and he goes, whoa, and he hides on milk crates, right? And the guy goes,
Your buddy's just gargoyling in front of him.
and he's squatting over a yellow milk, and he goes, and the guy goes, bro, you should have told me. I would let you in the school, and like, you don't want people to know you're shitting, right?
Of course
And
not.
he
Yeah, it's
goes,
the most embarrassing thing in the world.
and he was afraid. He goes,
school?
if this gets out, He goes, that milkman get caught shitting around our school kids' milk. Got infected.
Chocolate milk.
I'm gonna lose the contract, right? So I go, what happened? He goes, I had to bribe him for the rest of the year. Give him a case of chocolate yoo-hoo for the rest of the year.
That's what he calls the crate with his shit in it.
Then
My Aunt Kathy actually taught me that same trick.
was it use a Wawa bag like that? That's great. That's what you do when you go camping and stuff, so
Yeah.
deer don't get
Yeah.
horny. They do. They just put the.
They get horny from shit smell?
I think that pheromones make them go bonkers. That's. I was camping up the Poconos one time at Promised Land State Park, and it says don't feed the deer, but they come up there. It's a big dog with long legs, and I was giving it a bunch of breakfast burritos from like whatever from Taco Bell, and I'm thinking that deer's probably going to shit in the woods, rubbing on trees for the next 3 days because a breakfast
Shitting in a Wawa bag in the woods.
They're not supposed to ingest taco breakfast burritos.
That's how baby's mother died.
It's a vet. He
But
but my friend, he had to do a milk route up in Brooklyn, New York, and he goes, I'm up Jersey Turnpike, and it sucks the job. 10 at night till 10 next morning, all through night up in North Jersey. He goes, I had to go to Brooklyn, deliver to like a 7-Eleven. He goes, I had to use a shit kit. And he goes, so I'm driving, and it's sitting next to me on the seat. And he goes, I go in, and I drop. It was the middle of the winter. I drop it off in the trash can by the front door, bring the milk in, putting the milk away. He goes, I look out the window, a homeless guy comes shuffling up, looking for something to eat. And he goes, I'm like, oh man. And he goes, he rips it open, and steam came out because it was hot. It was the middle of winter. And he goes, the guy thought the people in the store did it as a joke, like we're gonna get that hobo.
true.
And he threw the bag of shit on their window.
Oh, nice.
And they're like, what's going on out there? And the guy's yelling at them, going like that. And I go to Al, what'd you do? He goes, am I gonna tell him I did it? And he goes, I left. He goes, they called the cops and stuff. But the story's the better part.
Dude, that's homeless Passover.
Oh my god. This is before the oh no, he had an early GPS, like the real big one, like a milk crate,
Like a Garmin.
Garmin Tom-Tomer. And he got lost. And he's driving through Brooklyn, New York. And he went down like a cul-de-sac. And he has a big milk truck, a big giant U-Haul truck with refrigerator. It's huge. And he couldn't drive the truck right. And he backed up and he hit a telephone pole. Mm-hmm. And the transformer fell off, hit the roof of his truck and landed in the street. And he said, I'm looking up. I saw like the lightning bolts go from, as the whole neighborhood went black. I go, what'd you do? He goes, I got out of there. He goes, I went home, I got a hammer and banged it out. Then I went back to work.
Blamed it on a homeless guy.
Exactly. And I'm thinking all these Brooklyn Guidos were late for work. Like, oh, I'm at the gel hair factory. Your alarm didn't go off. Your alarm didn't. I don't know, what do Guidos do? What do they have a
That's the gel hair
I was
factory.
making the situation t-shirts in the fucking situation.
I'm at my job at the Kissing Your Mom store.
You kissed your mom with that mouth?
Hey, I'm in gabagool sales. I was late for work today.
It sounds cold
Every
cuts.
stereotype's going through my head.
Dude. Brooklyn is just Lego Movie, but it's Italians.
This guy, he tells me shit.
Dago movie.
I hope he's my friend. He's divorced and he hooked up with a younger girl. And
How old?
He's 57 and she's like 42.
Oh,
She has a
okay.
killer body, but a real like lemon face, like. And
Asian.
for the first 2 months, sex. She would come over his house wearing schoolgirl outfits. Sex.
Whoa, whoa.
There's
Then-
something deeply sad about a 42-year-old
Yeah,
in
I
a
was
school.
just
girl.
thinking
Yes, yes. And 8 weeks in, she goes, "Can I borrow $500?" Then she asked for more $500. Like she borrowed.
She asked for more $500.
Yes, and he goes, "What for?" She goes, "Oh, I need it. I have an issue, and I have to get experimental medicine from my doctor, but he only takes cash." And he goes, "I'll run him a check." He goes, "Oh no, he doesn't want to check." Like she's doing shit.
She's in the human OxyContin trials.
Yeah, exactly right.
The book fair.
So I go, "What'd you do?" He goes, "I gave it to her." I'm like, "You fucker!" Right?
yeah.
Oh, don't you think? Because he's thinking with his dick, like, and
Yeah.
And he goes, "This pisses me off." He goes, "Because I want, because he's older, right? You're not that big deal. We're all adults." He goes, I went on a book. I bought a book on how to go down on a woman, like how to lick her ass and stuff like that. He goes, "I fucking put my tongue in her ass, and she stole $7,000 off of me." And
The 5 pussies you eat in heaven.
Tuesdays with Yeah, right.
Get him literature. Get him shiterature to learn how to eat
Shiterature. Tuesdays with Hori.
But he's telling me that, like, yo, my tongue was in her goddamn asshole. And you, I'm like, you sucker. And
He's more of a liquor if you
the amount of shit guys
spray
put
love.
up.
Harry Pussy and the Sorcerer's
So did he was he on the line for a while, or did he kind of?
Like a beating pussy.
Well, she stopped calling him.
Why? He stopped giving her money?
Yeah, I think she
ran on minutes.
that well ran dry.
Yeah.
And she stopped.
She milkmaned him for all he was worth.
Exactly.
Yeah, there we
Right.
go.
Now seems like a great time to thank our sponsor, Manscaped. This episode of Dad Meat is brought to you by Manscaped. Listen, John, I don't know how your private areas are, Sean. You seem like you have nothing down there.
No, I'm like a woolly mammoth, dude.
Wow.
No, I've been since 16.
All right. Well, if you need help shaving your parts, go to manscaped.com. Use promo code FATBIRD. Treat yourself to something nice. I use the Lawnmower 3.0. I look like a fucking baby that's ready for baptism.
Yeah, you don't want to look like you're playing that chicken in the pool with Questlove. You want to clean that area up.
Yeah, you don't want to look like that. So if you go to manscaped.com, use promo code FATBIRD. You can treat yourself. You can treat yourself to. They got Lawnmower 4.0s now. They got fucking ball toner. They got all kinds of shit that's going to make your balls and asshole smell nice. So do yourself, and whoever's got to suck your dick and eat your ass a favor, and whatever janitor's got to watch you take a shit. If you're a milkman and you run the risk of having a janitor open the back of your milk van, you want to give them something nice to look at. So go to manscaped.com, promo code FATBIRD, make yourself look nice.
Oh my god.
And before we get back to another shit story, also want to thank our sponsor, Blue Chew. If you go to bluechew.com and use promo code FATBIRD, you're going to get free samples of Blue Chew. You just got to pay the $5 shipping. It's a fucking quick phone interview. It's over with in about 3 minutes. It's quick. It's simple. It's easy. Tim and I have been sucking down Blue Chews like our lives depend on it for the past 2 years.
It's great for any special occasion. If you want to take a special occasion to the next level,
Bar mitzvahs,
Bar
sweet
mitzvahs.
16s, funeral.
driving your parents to a wedding in Chicago.
Yeah, your aunt's corpse is going to be jealous of how hard you are compared to her
Yeah,
body
you need to lift
if
the
you go to
fucking
that
lid
funeral
with that
rock
thing.
hard on Blue Chew. But for real, go to bluechew.com, promo code FATBIRD. You get a free trial of Blue Chew. You just got to pay the $5 shipping and handling. And I can't say enough about it. My wife.
It's safe and fun.
It is. God rest my wife's soul. She hasn't walked in 2 years. Bed sores all over the place. I haven't turned her, but I have turned her on. And that's all because of Blue Chew. BlueChew.com, promo code FATBIRD. Treat yourself.
Woo, man.
Yeah. Remember the first time I shaved? I'm like, hello, where's my Vivid application for the porno company? You think, oh my god, look at that. That's it's
Damn, the porno company would be a great name for something.
Yeah.
Podcast.
Yeah. The porno company. I'm going to keep that in mind.
it's funny. In my mind, I'm thinking, oh, this shit stores I know of. Do you ever see that video? I can't find it. It was one of the when you first got your computer. They started sharing videos. It was when your computer could start playing videos without buffering. But the first one was that girl blowing a horse. And it comes out like a Dairy Queen dispenser, and everybody's like sharing, right? And it took up a ton of material. But the second video that people were sharing, what's the black colored casino?
Questlove? Oh.
And I got a picture in Vegas. Not Bellagio, the MGM Grand.
Luxor.
One of them, but
I'm pretty sure it's Luxor.
There's a video out there of some guy with his friends, and he got to the roof and he shit off of it. and it's a video. It's hard
I
to
shit
find.
off a roof before
Did you really?
too. Yeah.
Where'd you do that, Sean?
In Rutgers, New Brunswick. I also got into a fight. Did I ever tell you the story about
Was it
how I
because of the
gouged
shit
a
falling
big...
on somebody?
No, we got in a big group
bird?
fight. Yeah, true. Yeah, I dropped turd off a roof of a party. Oh, just for my friends. They all held my hands as I leaned over the side.
I like that.
And then we got into a fight later, and I stuck my thumbs in this big Indian guy's eyes because he was beating the piss out of me.
Oh my god.
Wait, this was on
man.
Young Sheldon. You made that up.
He's trying to chunk you.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
This
dude.
big Indian guy was chunking
He
me, so I
was
just
chunking
stabbed
me.
his eyes
Yeah,
out.
me and all my friends were fighting these guys because we were
I feel
just
like an Indian, Native American or
no, like a computer Indian.
shit story guy.
Yeah.
Computer Indians.
He knew how to fight though.
No, he was just like
Slapping you?
He was looking for
Slapping
bobs,
you
bobs
hard
and
as
weaves.
Yeah, true. He was going for my vagine. No, he fucking.
How can he crap?
No, so we were across the street and we were It was New Year's Eve and there was this frat house across the street and the whole night we were just like making fun of them from the roof of the house, like yelling at them across the street. And then me and a bunch of my friends.
Sure, it wasn't 7-Eleven.
Yeah. Thank you. Come again. Well, that's what we did. So we kept like going over there and like sneaking into their party and like trying to see how long we could last before they got mad at us. And then eventually we all just started fighting on their front lawn. And this big Indian guy was like clobbering me in the head, and I just shoved my thumbs in his eyes and banged his head off a roof of a car.
Oh,
Yeah,
whoa. That's what you're supposed to do too.
You're like Steven Seagal.
Yeah, dude.
Did you break a pool cue over anybody's back?
No, my friend, yeah. My friends got fucked up. I mean, we're a bunch of nerds, dude. There's
Yeah.
a bunch of guys that look like
Yeah.
me bullying a bunch
I
of
went to-
strong kids.
I can't imagine what your friends were like if you saw an Indian guy that seemed big.
He was huge. He was so huge. Well, he's probably like your height.
Oh, okay.
But for me, that's a big guy.
Muhammad Dalai Lama. Wait, no, he's not Indian. God damn
I
it.
went to
Yeah,
a.
Slumdog Millionaire. Fucking guy.
Wait, I'm thinking like, was that wrestler Kamal or the big guy, with the big jaw, the big Indian, he's Indian, but he isn't. Yeah, I went to a frat party by Temple, and they don't like it when you see you come in. The Northeast Philly gang comes in.
Yeah, they don't like the
it's your-
townies.
It's your turn.
Yeah,
You're like, and I went into the bathroom. I dumped a whole shampoo bottle of Prel in the toilet tank. So every time you flush it, for like the next 40 flushes, it was a foam.
And then they had to call you to fix it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's like a Zorro Z
Smart.
for plumbers.
All right.
It's like I've been here.
Editor's note. I meant to say Muhammad Gandhi.
Yeah. That's the
It worked.
We're gonna learn from this.
It
Yeah.
worked.
Wid, the prop comic,
Oh, hilarious.
he's got a big Gandhi statue, and he does jokes with like eye Gandhi, eye candy, whatever he said. We had a show Friday night. Thursday, we had to load up his prop. I have a pickup truck and puts all these dolls and toys and shit
Yeah.
there.
It's in like Rubbermaid containers. It's a pickup truck full of Rubbermaid containers full of props.
Yes, and his,
It's like you're moving.
yeah, exactly. I'm moving to a flea market or a daycare for slow kids.
You're
Right?
moving Toys R Us.
And
Just rubber chickens and toilet seats and.
he's my friend, but his
Hula
act
hoops.
is nothing but dad jokes. It's stupid one-liners.
But dude, it
Well, that crushes.
have you? I mean, he used to see him in Philly. He would like if you saw like an open mic showcase and the Wid was on it, he would do an hour at an open mic with props, and people would be vomiting from laughing.
Dude, he's like Elvis with child mannequins.
I've never seen anyone kill harder
And
than the legendary Wid.
I've never seen him in my life.
Oh my god!
God.
I just
He's
heard
legendary.
Legend.
But when you're drunk and drinking at a comedy show, he shows you the punchline, and it's just stupid. They wear you down. Like he'll pull out a boomerang, and I'll stare at it and just say, "Wait a minute, this will come back to me." Like ha ha. Right,
love
like,
It's so
Yeah,
stupid.
that's good
So-
stuff.
You know how mad I
that.
get
That's-
at every joke Mike makes? I would be
Yeah, that's what I was
I would be in
thinking
a
of Mike.
murderous rage in the back of the room watching him, having a great time.
So Thursday we had to judge a comedy contest over in Jersey. It was for a Christian comedy show. You had to be clean, and everybody, there's a lot of hilarious people out there. This woman goes up and and you have to be clean. There's church people there,
Holy cow.
and she starts doing jokes about cobwebs in her pussy.
Nice.
And slapping her husband's dick, and the MC had to come and go, sorry, but you're disqualified. It's the first time I ever heard him say it. Sorry, we leave the comedy show, and I had to go load up Wids, and here he has one of those round circular locks you put on like a padlock, but it looks like a donut,
Yeah.
like a handcuff.
Yeah.
None of his keys fit, and he has like a janitor's keychain full of 800. I'm saying, and Wids almost crying, going, he goes, I can't do the show. I go, I got a sawzall. The power saw.
Yeah.
Drive back to Northeast Philly. Come back down. This is
Cut the
third.
lock off?
You can't cut those locks. It's titanium. What's Iron Man shield? Or
Yeah, you're not going through that with a sawzall.
No way. So I'm there. I broke 2 blades. I'm like, you can't do it. You need a grinder. You need and you can't put a bolt snappers on it.
Right.
So he goes, can you cut the latch, the arm part? And I rip right through it. And we open right up. But he's afraid that someone's gonna go down there and steal all his hula hoops and Captain Crunch dolls.
Dude, I've had to perform after him. This was like 10 years ago. But going on stage after, first of all, following him when people are in like a stupor from like the most retarded jokes you've ever seen, which are very funny.
No, you're right. That's 100%
but
right.
It's
you
like
walk
a
on stage-
Ukraine fucking subway station.
Yeah,
That's what it looks like.
it was like, dude, it was crazy. It looked like the floor at a retarded children's daycare, and it's like, what are you gonna wait 45 minutes for him to clean that all up and then go on stage? Like, you just have to walk on stage, and it was probably one of Doogie's shows.
Yeah, it was. You know what he does too? Yeah, before a show he has a one hitter. Right, he goes outside and walks around. Yeah, and he's always like late. I go, Legendary Wid. Oh, is he here yet? I gotta find him. And
He's a black prop comic.
no, he's a white guy.
Oh.
He looks like he's got a brother. It's the exact opposite. Like Wid's the weirdo hippie pothead guy. His brother's like his twin, but his brother is an electrical engineer. Like makes $300,000 a year. It looks like the wrong twins. Like when his twins.
He's
meet
just
him.
welding.
That's
hula hoops
shocking.
together.
You know, down from the street from Helium, next block down, it's a Shakespeare theater.
April 12th, Helium Comedy Club. By the
Oh,
way,
yeah.
April 12th.
Mike Rainey, Tim Buttery, Colin Tyrrell. We're gonna have Gardini host for us. We'll see you there.
We did a show there one night, and he did half an hour of all Shakespeare puns and props. I don't know anything about Shakespeare. Romeo and Juliet, that's all I know. Right?
Yeah.
He had, and he's Asperger's or something. I don't know. He need half an hour.
Shakespeare or Wid?
Shakespeare. We did Shakespeare jokes.
Oh,
They
okay.
both have
Like
Asperger's.
who knows Shakespeare jokes? That's not
Not
funny.
me.
It's all right.
That implies like a deep, dark, intellectual history.
Oh.
If he's been making rubber chicken jokes for 45 years, and then he can also do 30 minutes of Shakespeare jokes, it's like, oh no.
Hang on, guys, I gotta take this. Othello.
Mike remembers this. There was a guy.
I'm so pissed at you, dude.
There was a guy who used to come to open mic nights when Healing first started, and you might remember this guy, David Goldberg. He was like 6'8". He played for the Seattle Seahawks. And he's the guy who tried to have a comedy
damn.
contest, and he collected like $3,500 from everybody paying their $10 to get in, and he
You
absconded with the money.
Genius.
But he drove,
Goldberg, you say?
yeah. he was he was a real big guy, and but he drove Wood to Atlantic City, and the back door of his pickup truck popped open, and every single thing of Wood had bounced down the Garden State Expressway or Atlantic City Express and got pulverized, just destroyed.
His entire act gone.
His entire act gone, and he had one thing survived was an Elvis rug, but everything got wrecked. But then he goes, he was upset, he was almost crying, but he goes, "Don't worry, I got triplicate of that stuff," and he does. It's like
I have extra toilet seats and hula hoops.
like a giant Dixie cup dispensers of Captain Crunch styles and
God, man.
toilet seats.
Is he still around?
Wid?
The Wid, yeah.
He doesn't work without me.
you
We
just did a show
do
this
show.
weekend.
We do. You might see my picture like on Facebook. I get the bookings not for being funny. It's for I have a sound system. All right, and we don't work without me because he doesn't drive.
You guys are like Simon and
Yeah.
Garfunkel.
No, what's neat, exactly. You know what's neat though too is when other podcasts like Jim Norton's or even Rogan's, sometimes they'll have Carrot Top on as a guest,
Yeah.
and people call and they go, "You stole everything from Wid."
Oh, really?
yeah, I've
We
seen
mentioned
clips
Wid
of
on the
Yeah,
most
he
recent
mentioned-
one.
Yeah, and Dennis
Oh,
Moore
really?
mentions him. But
Interesting.
Wid, meanwhile, Carrot Top's making $100,000 a week because he has like a residency in Vegas, and Wid's doing VFW in the Pine Barrens.
I think
75
Wid should get some plastic surgery and get jacked.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
He should become grotesque. That's what you need.
Wid stands for without ID because he got locked up. He hitchhiked from Freehold, New Jersey
Yeah.
to California and back, and like several times. He's just but he never had
With
a
all
wa-
of his shit.
No. This is before he
Just waiting for guys with pickup trucks,
piles.
empty pickup trucks.
This is before he discovered props. But he was like a real hippie, like no wallet, like no money. I go, "What'd you do?" He goes, "I'd pick oranges and stuff." And he goes, "When I got arrested for vagrancy, they wrote no ID without ID, WID, and that's how I got the name Wid."
Oh, interesting.
wow.
He's a great podcast guest, but it's just, he used to work at there's a famous recording studio called the Power Station in New York where Blondie, the Ramones, and Bon Jovi, and all the late 80s, late 70s, early 80s people. But he worked there, all of them. And he said, he tells you stories. And when he tells stories, the best part of your show is you're honest. Like, just you tell this happened. You don't nothing to hold anything. Wid tells stories. He's not like bullshitting. He said he was a go-to guy at the station. And like one time he had a chance to get two girls at one time. So I wanted to get like Coke for him. He goes, I came back, and he couldn't find them, and they were in the stairwell blowing Clarence Clemens, the sax player.
For
It's like, what can I do?
was it the E Street Band?
Yeah.
But,
Wow.
it's
Interesting.
really interesting.
Well, those girls made the right
That
call
is-
anyway. A vagrant radio station employee or possibly the most famous saxophone player of all time.
What do I do?
Clarence
Man.
Clemens.
John, your stories are delightful.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
I sent away for a fake hammer,
Okay.
and
Take it out.
and when it came,
Because I owed one to Wid.
Go ahead.
well, you think, yeah, when it came in the mail, it's like a prop one. It says, hit your friends in the head, but the end of it was broken off.
I might break it.
So, no, you can have it. Put it in the studio. You can but the end of the hammer was broken off. So I called the prop company. It does look real, doesn't it? Like a real.
Yeah.
I said, yo, the hammer's broken. And did you ever contact somebody if something you got was damaged? I feel like such an asshole going, that foam hammer I bought.
Yeah. The toy that I purchased.
I want my
off you.
79
I can't
cents
play
back,
with
please.
So I had to take pictures of
Wow,
it
look at this,
broken.
Jim.
So I just glued it back together.
Nice.
That was very inventive.
Looks good as new.
Why did you need a fake hammer?
It
I
looks
was going
like
to do some healing with it. Have like tell jokes and have people throw it at me from the audience. But
is this fake blood or real blood on the
that's
handle?
for it says it from no, it's fake. It's not, yeah.
Yeah.
But do you ever try and do something like set something up and I say, hey, throw a hammer at me, and they whip it at you? Like that's still going to hurt you.
Yeah.
Feel it. Yeah, dude, I can fuck you up with this. If I tomahawk this from the back
Let
of
your
the
kids
club.
play with it.
What else you got in that bag, John?
Let's see.
Would give me a pirate puppet that I don't want.
Oh.
Is this on video? I was going to say,
Yeah,
you can go like that and go, have your honeymoon night. Right there.
Yeah, let me see it, John.
That's
Oh, man.
FGR.
a book of, book of 1930s insults.
Oh, can I read one? What if it's
open.
just the
Take
N-word
one
on
out.
every page?
400, 500
just-
more pages
yeah,
of the
it's just
N-word.
all just the
Yeah, the
N-word.
30s.
Sean, hit us with one.
Okay.
They're like,
Well, let's find one because there's ones for everybody. There's cream puffs. There's
Yeah.
ones for cream puffs.
what's
Alright.
that supposed to mean from the 30s? Like I was a
I think it's
Waiter and
homos.
Homos.
He's so nervous he keeps coffee awake. Can you imagine?
That's a crappuccino.
Let's see. This one's for gold diggers. She's a vegetarian. She only goes out with men with plenty of lettuce.
Damn.
Whore.
We should improve these jokes like that.
Yeah, just add the N-word to any one of them, and it's better. Yeah.
Damn, this is good stuff. I'm sorry, guys.
No, hit us with another one.
I'm trying to find
The
a
book
real
looks like
good
it smells
one.
great, by the way.
It does.
Look how old it is.
This one's for meanies.
You know I hate meanies.
Let's see. You couldn't warm up to him if you were cremated together. Imagine being that much of a meanie, you get hit with that.
That'd be brutal. That'd be tough to hear, man.
This is sweet, John. Thanks.
There's another book. There's a book
Playgirls.
Sean, is there any part of you that wants to go back to that frat and hit that Indian guy with some of those insults?
True.
Is there anything in there for
where's the
Indian
chapter on
frat guys?
Yeah.
There's another book they advertised in like Playboy in the 70s. I found that at a flea market called How to Pick Up Girls.
Oh, that's
All right,
Ooh.
and I looked online. This is like $135. People like, but
Really?
like there's
Dang.
it tells you like 70s techniques.
It
Like
says-
if you see a groovy chick,
Wait a second.
Is that the remedial pussy eating textbook?
This says women get horny. What the
No,
hell?
they know.
It's outdated.
Check
It is
this.
out there.
Squirt is
Do you
real.
know, do you know that women can get just as horny as you do? Well, it's true. They sit at home all by themselves and think how terrific it would be to hop into bed with someone, anyone, just to relieve their horniness.
If anybody in the chat can confirm or deny this, I would love to hear because John, I don't
I
believe this.
don't
man.
ever want to be with a horny girl.
that well, I was saying we should this book's so outdated, but we should do like Impractical Jokers and have some like use the techniques like in a nightclub, like, hey, what's your sign? Shit like
Yeah,
that.
true.
Yeah, it would be
That
you.
might work.
We'd
Yeah.
send you.
I don't need that book.
Take the fake hammer with you.
Yeah, I got a fake. Look what I got.
You gotta be creative when talking to a bitch.
Shawn, pretend I'm your bitch and you're trying to get this pussy. How would you get it?
You better not be horny right now, bitch. That's what I would say. I hope you're not horny because that's gross. Nah. If you were a girl, I don't know. I can't woo women like that. Mike, you put me on the spot here. John, what do you think? I mean, you
I
have
don't
more
know.
experience than me.
You always say that, make her laugh, and you're having fun all night long. Then a freaking, like, Lou
A
Ferrigno
jacked
Jr.
black saxophone player comes along.
Exactly, yeah.
True.
Yeah, like a Lou Ferrigno Jr. comes in, like, oh, I'm done. Like,
Well, there's a section on tightwads in here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That's... Man.
Playgirls, playboys.
I would have given you that pussy, Shawn.
Thanks, Mike.
I'm like, I got a water.
Shawn, John,
Yeah, I don't know how to
anything you
get
want,
pussy.
baby.
Wow.
My friend
You want to
Shawn.
let me know?
And nobody, women don't get horny. Nobody's admitting to getting horny in the chat.
My friend Shawn, he's like a year younger than anybody. All his hair fell out and stuff. He knows how to talk about the gift of gab. He knows how. We had women giving his number and stuff, like Fonzie in the '70s. Oh, you're so, and he just talks to him, makes him laugh and stuff. And he does it all the time.
John, how difficult
gotta
was it for
start
you to
doing
start
that.
getting pussy when you first started getting it?
You know what it is too? You know what's weird too? When you get your first major girlfriend, I think girls can sense that. Like when you get married, I hear stories of guys who have fake wedding rings, and they go out to like nightclubs. And
I've heard stories of guys that get fake hammers.
Yeah, and they get girls. That I talk about, but there used to be a place in Northeast Philly called Michael's. It was a singles place on Street Road by the casino.
They had comedy there, right? Didn't they?
Yeah, and it was, but during the weekends you go there, it was like the Regal Beagle from Three's Company, like '70s, but it's like 2010, and there's guys with gold chains. They look like Larry from Three's Company, and it was and Bob Pantano and the dance party were there.
Oh, he's terrific.
He's like the guy who plays like '70s songs, but there's crowds there, and I said as a joke to this lady one time. She goes, "You come here a lot?" I go, "I don't live that far away." I go, "But I like the people here because it's all old ladies." And I go, I like the prune tang." And she goes, "I don't think that's funny. I don't think that's one bit funny."
I like that.
I just heard some advice from your puppet friend.
What
that he
was
told me. Do you want to share it? Yeah. Okay. I guess I'll share. I found a way to get a lady to go home with you is to offer to swab her poop deck. Are you talking about eating ass, friend? I can't do this anymore. I'm sorry. I tried.
The company that makes
Jeff
that puppet
Dunham.
there, that's the same puppet. It's a cop. That little, it's a chef. It's a fireman. Just throw that stuff on there. And I just got it as a joke. I don't sit around and do a puppet act, but people online think Victor Von Puppeter. All right, I got. He's always on. I don't know how to do that shit.
Well, John, devil's advocate here. Every time you've been in this house, you have brought a puppet.
I know.
Dude, I'm never
Everyone keeps thinking I'm the puppet.
John, do you think that company makes any big ass black puppets? Dude,
A pussy
chill. Did you were talking to this guy before?
I think I've been saying nasty stuff on here. I might have to go to confession.
Puppet, what do you think of this book, How to Pick Up Girls?
I hope they have a chapter on just getting a handful of their hair,
He's just crying.
dragging them below deck.
I'm illiterate.
X marks the G spot.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. Did you ever work with a puppet act, like a ventriloquist or anything?
Yeah, I remember distinctly eating shit at a Pickle Man gig
Oh,
for a guy named Nick
Palo.
Palo. Yeah.
Nick Palo's my friend. He's a little bald nerd. Looks like if you saw a movie like a nerdy guy,
Great puppeteer.
right? He's got puppets that are really good, but he looks like a little nerd. And it's funny because his name's Nick Palo. He's often mistaken. Like I've got booked for shows because I thought it was Nick DiPaolo. Right? Two entirely different acts. And but he spends a lot of money. He has a zombie puppet that's eyes popping out of his head, and like full size ones. And you notice when a puppet tells a joke, and he always goes like this, he laughs at himself. But
That's the old white guy version of slamming the mic on your leg.
True.
Black puppets just run away, then come back to your hand.
I've done shows with him, and sometimes they don't get it. Mm-hmm. And I used to say he should get an audience puppet to laugh at himself.
Maybe that's what I'll start doing. Maybe that's how I get pussy.
Oh, Shawn, you would be an excellent puppeteer, dude.
The funniest.
Let him give it a shot, Tim.
Here. Why don't you have some fun with Captain Jack Off Sparrow?
Oh, look at that.
Wow, look at that, Shawn.
Wow, this is good.
Someone in the chat said retarded.
Yo, and a bottle of cum.
Bottle of cum.
Scallywag.
There was the funniest thing I've ever seen was that guy Otto and George, the X-rated puppet guy.
Yeah.
It was absolutely
yeah.
hilarious. Well, I got a chance to work with him, and he comes in, and it's funny. His name, Otto, was the man. Yeah. And you figure out it's a puppet name, but he comes in and to the Comedy Works. I'm like, oh my God, Otto, I love you. I think you guys you're hilarious. He was on Letterman and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, it's nice. Listen, tell me where I can get some drugs. And I swear, not exactly. He said that, and I go, I don't know. Go in the kitchen. And he goes, all right, thanks. And he goes back into the kitchen, and
wait, was this the puppet or the guy?
the guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, they're not for me. It's for
Tell you where I
bonkers,
could
right?
get some drugs.
And the manager goes, what the fuck's with this guy? I go, what? He goes, the room manager said, yeah, your comedians in the back asking for the dishwashers for drugs. I'm sure they had.
That's the right guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they had like a pharmacy in their pants, but like they didn't like him doing that. But so it's absolutely hilarious. So the puppet's on stage, and he calls Otto the man, like, you fucking asshole. Like he berates himself. And there's an old lady in the audience, and he goes, hey honey, how old are you? And she goes, I'm 78. And he goes, 78. Would you give hand jobs and covered wagons? And then he says this is a puppet's act, not mine. He goes, did you ever see a black pussy? It looks like a fucking wallet. Well,
Shawn, can you confirm or deny?
There was an African American lass in the audience, and she
Lassie.
and he asked for her money back, and the manager goes, I told you it was an X-rated show, and she stormed out.
I told you it was an N-rated show.
N-rated.
An XXX-rated show. XL.
Wow.
I did a show at the Velvet Lounge up in Northeast Philadelphia, and it was like a middle of the week show with Otto and George. And there's black people in the room, and the dummy, he was not wired right.
The dummy.
No, the guy. But yeah, right. He was absolutely hilarious. But he said he was talking about Barney the dinosaur. And he said in the microphone, "I hate that purple N word." and he said right. And there was blacks on it. They started laughing, but because the puppet got away. But holy shit, how could you?
The
say
puppet can
that?
say
It's
it.
because it's so fucking funny.
Oh,
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
oh my god.
Man.
Hey John, when did you start comedy?
The first mic that I mic was at the Comedy Works, like 89 or 90. And when I did it, it was Paul F. Tompkins, hilarious. Todd Glass.
Yeah.
And you know who else used to come there? You know he's from the area too. He's from Malvern, but Adam McKay from Anchorman.
The director guy.
Yeah, he used to have real long hair and a
He's
ponytail.
Will
and glasses.
Ferrell.
Yeah,
That's his bro, right?
he was like he left Philly, then he went to Chicago for what's that, the Groundlings or
Second City.
Yeah, that he got hired as a writer from there. But he was really funny. But he was like the Congress comic. He had some. I remember him doing a joke, and I was really intimidated. Like, holy shit, they were all variously funny. I'd be sitting in the back for like 6 months, and finally, Paul Tompkins said to me, "You going to go up? You're intimidated." And I had my notes with me. He goes, "Well, if you don't, I'll do your jokes." And he grabbed it in my hand. I go, "No, I'll go up. And I went up, and then it closed down like 3 months later. But then 1990.
Whoa.
But
Damn, you shut the place down?
yeah, and it's Adam McKay had a joke about. You ever notice the Beach Boys songs are all three things: surfing, girls, and hot rods. He goes, I always want to put like another element there, a fourth thing. Like he's like surfing girls, hot rods, and coin collecting. Like I'm gonna get my girl and go to the beach and catch some waves. And oh look, a 1942 Lincoln Head penny. Yay! And but the comics laugh, but that's why that offbeat Anchorman humor.
Right.
The hilarious comic from our area. You don't know if you've ever met him, Dennis Horan.
Oh, incredible.
He looks like a nerd. He has glasses. And he's absolutely
No, I don't know.
real smart.
Red hair fellow with exactly that.
But he was, and he never went to L.A. or New York or anything. But he's the guy they all looked up to in Philly.
Nice.
Absolutely hilarious guy.
He hired our friend Christian Alces to come to a family party. Christian Alces is one of the funniest people in the world. But Dennis and many of his siblings had a teacher that they all had who was a nun that was just an absolute nightmare to be around. But somebody that you would all sit around and tell stories about. So Dennis Horan hired Christian Alces to come dressed as the nun and act like the nun at this family party. And Christian did it for an entire night.
Oh man.
Whoa.
He, you know, when you take your kids to Wildwood or Langston or Ocean City Boardwalk, you walk down, they have that arcade game, and it was called Bimbo the Dancing Clown. It's a big box, you put money, and it was a marionette, a puppet with strings on it. You hit the little buttons, little kids would make it dance. It had to be from like the 50s, but it's still down there. Dennis Horan did a joke. He could turn his lip inside out, I guess, and he looks like a ventriloquist puppet. And he says, for fun, I used to climb inside the box. And when a couple would come by, they hit it, and I start dancing, going, hey, everybody, what's going on? And then I would talk to them like, that's a nice dress you have. And the girls like scream because it came to life. He goes, I would chase them down the boardwalk going, I'm free. Give me that. Just very funny guy.
Do that today in a black neighborhood.
Hell no.
He still works once in a while. He's just at his leisure. But he's the guy like Paul Tompkins and stuff. He's Tim, he's a real straight-laced looking. When he walks on stage, he goes, I look like I'm the guy here to fix your printer.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
He had a joke about, he's walking down, this is when you could say it, walking down this, like South Street.
The Barney the Dinosaur is a
And we're,
purple.
That was my question. I was gonna say, were people saying it all the time when you
well,
started?
I guess you wouldn't, but someone, he goes up, he was just, when he says it, he wasn't using the word, he was saying,
Right.
he goes, there was two black guys in front of me. And he said, the one guy was going, you're the M-word.
Yeah.
And the guy goes, no, you're the N-word. They're talking back to each other. He goes, no, man, you're the N-word. And Dennis Horan goes, I walked up and I go, I got news for you guys. And he goes, I woke up in the hospital. And he went over, but very.
Oh, dude. Let's go over the Patreon. That was a perfect
time.
for this time.
Sean,
Wow.
can your puppet stick around for the Patreon episode too?
Yeah. He can.
Wow, man. This has been a fun night.
Shawn Gardini, John Kensil, you guys
Thank
are the
you,
fucking
guys.
best. Also,
Sorry if
before
I
we go,
acted a fool
we
on
want to
you.
mention the same thing that Tim had mentioned earlier about we have a bunch of shows coming up too. We got March 23rd at Helium Buffalo. Please come out to that. Remember, bring a hooker, get a free T-shirt. Also, April 12th at Helium Philly.
We have to pack the place. We have to sell it out. We have to make a dominant statement to let.
Yep.
And part of my
Yeah,
life,
you
we need
guys
to let
will.
motherfuckers know what's going on.
Tim,
just
what if
sell it out.
everybody in the audience at the Helium Philly show brings a hooker? What do we do?
We only have to sell half as many tickets.
True.
If all those single ticket mutants each bring their own diseased prostitute, we'll be fine. We'll have a great time.
All right, do dead hookers count as attendees?
Bro, as long as we get paid for their ticket, I don't care.
Okay. So if you have to weekend of Bernie's a hooker to get her into Helium Philly, just bring her anyway. Drag her in. We'll figure out what to do with her after the show. That's April 12th in Philly. Please come out to that. March 23rd, Buffalo, and a bunch of other shows. But those are the two that are upcoming that we're fired up about. So can't wait for those two.
Oh, also, here's a little treat. Episode 0 of Stoner Dads has been recorded. That's all I'm going to say for now. That's all I'm going to say for now. Wait for the signal. That's it.
Oh, hey, go to the Doghouse on April 1st.
Ooh, is that at Sesh Comedy?
At Sesh Comedy, New York City. The
that was
next
so
one,
much fucking fun, man.
Can I say mine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got my own podcast called Cancel Culture, like cancel culture.
Nice.
And it's every Tuesday you can watch it live on Wildfire Radio, but it's also on Apple Podcasts. Cancel Culture, not cancel, Kensil. And it's ridiculous.
We'll have a link in the description as well.
Yeah.
Dude, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us.
Thank you.
We'll see you
Sorry,
guys
I
on
acted a
Patreon.
damn fool.
All right. If you're not a patron yet, go to patreon.com/dadmeatpodcast. You can join for whatever the fuck you want to pay. Just come over there, hang out with us. We'll be over there in about 10 minutes, and we'll be back with John Kensil and Shawn Gardini.
Yeah.
Danny Dubs, thank you so much, man, and thank you guys for listening and for watching.
Oh, last note. I'm sorry. I have one last note. The Twitch studio renovation is almost complete. I'm going to do some test streams this week, and then I'm back with the return of the Sunday morning coffee stream next Sunday. I can't wait to see you all there, and I'm getting Gardini in there to co-pilot at some point.
Oh, hell yeah.
That'll be a nice time.
One
I'm
other
so
thing I have to
excited.
mention is our buddy Fred Weaver, a.k.a. Big Black Bird, beat the living dog shit out of somebody last Sunday in
Nice.
an MMA fight. And Fred Weaver's the fucking man, and I was so happy to see him win. On top of that, too, he had the Dad Meat logo on his shorts as he beat the
Oh,
dog.
hell
great.
yeah.
How
Really
fucking
cool.
sick is
That
that?
is
Fred,
sick.
you're the fucking man. I'm happy for you, and thank you for doing
Shout out
that.
to Fred. Shout out to Bryce
Fred.
Mitchell
Fuck yeah, dude.
and Alex Jones.
Thug nasty.
Yeah, Fred Weaver and Bryce Mitchell are the only two fighters we endorse on this podcast.
That's what's up.
And Alex Jones.
And Alex Jones.
All right, we'll see you on the
right,
Patreon. Later, guys.
Damn, that was fun.
Did you probably